Okay, I can explain. So I know we ended off last episode with the big mega base reveal and the skin change, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna start the mega base next episode. Um, yeah, there's a reason I'm back in the Kirby skin for now. If you've been watching my content for a while, you especially BiCo, you would know that I can be a bit spiteful at times. Season 1, for instance, Boom placed an obsidian block in my strip mine. I encased his entire base in glass, including the interior.
I heard you were having trouble with the interior, so I thought I'd help you out. If you want to learn how to decorate with obsidian, simply place more blocks in my strip mine.
Then jump forward to Season 2, I replaced his entire presidential base with moss.
Oh no. Oh no.
And then not much time later, I dropped him into a warden pit. You know, maybe I'm just spiteful towards Boom specifically, I don't know. But we may have a new most spiteful person on the server, and that is Aleksa. So long story short, Aleksa runs basically the technical side of the server. He hosts, he does everything with plugins and everything, and for that we are incredibly grateful. However, he is being very spiteful towards me at the moment. We're running the server, I think it's paper. By default, it patches out a few glitches, which I don't know why that's the default. I think it is an option, cool, but I don't know why that's default. Anyway, one of these is the TNT duping glitch, which I need. I know Frosty needs, someone probably else on the server needs, knowing how many redstone people we have on the server. And Aleksa is just refusing to fix it. I have been asking him for weeks, and it's at the point, I'll put up the message now. He said he's going to make an ARG that I have to solve to before he fixes it. That is like a new dedication to levels of spite. Oh my god, Jesus Christ, Aleksa. So, long story short, we can't do the World Eater today because Aleksa is being spiteful. Yay. So, we are going to be working on some other stuff that I have been putting off because we don't have any other choice because I need to get this video out by... because I want to get this video out by Friday. It is currently Wednesday, and Aleksa is not going to be fixing it in these next 2 days, so I have to do something else. And what is that? So, we have a bit of an issue in the shopping district, right? We've got pop-up shops everywhere. We've got this disgusting bookshop. I mean, who would do a pop-up shop for books? That's ew. Then we've got Frosty's shulkers, and then over here, I can't remember what he called it, but Boom's got his happy ghast flying around. And I'm sick of pop-up shops. I don't like pop-up shops. I mean, who in their right mind would start the trend of having pop-up shops on the server? I mean, honestly, that person needs to be just banned from the server immediately. So I've come up with a bit of an idea. Well, Twagina George and I have come up with a bit of an idea. I've been discussing it with her, and I'm gonna build something, and then I'm gonna come back to you and show you what I built. I have not built freehand in a while. This feels kind of weird. Okay, so what I have done. I have made this little dock here. I'm actually going to check because there was like a... Oh, it's a skeleton. I'm going to kill that skeleton just in case it shoots the happy ghast. So I've built this little dock which basically extends out here, and we've got our 2 pop-up shops. We've got well 2 because we'll come back to mine in a second. We've got Boomerang's Borscht Bistro. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. And then we've got Frosty's shulker shells. Now, what I've done is I've moved them out here because this is going to be our pop-up dock. Now, there was actually a dock here beforehand, which has been here since the start of the season, since day 1. I think it was Lemon and a few others that made it. It was like really tiny, but they were using it for fishing day 1. So I thought it was cool and I thought we should leave it there. But I basically extended it and basically made it into more of a dock instead of just a few blocks that kind of extend outwards a bit. And this is going to be our pop-up dock. Now, this is going to be so if anyone wants to make a pop-up shop, they do it on the dock. And what's going to happen is the dock is going to be renting out these spaces for 1 diamond a week, so people get sick of paying the diamonds and then they actually build a proper shop. This is my genius at work. So yeah, that is the plan. First week's going to be free because, you know, they're not going to expect it, but that'll give them time to log on. They can pay for longer if they want a bit more time to actually plan out the shop. But yeah, the first week's going to be free, and then next week is when they're going to pay. So I'm going to let everyone know soon. But that brings us back to our shop, which is for our books. Now, the reason I didn't put these over there is because we are going to be building the bookshop today, and it's not just going to be a bookshop. I've had the idea for a while now, pretty much. I was originally going to do it in season 1, but then I couldn't be bothered. So we're going to do it in season 3 instead. So I've come up with the idea. It's basically like, it started as like a little, kind of like a little bookstore cafe hybrid. You know, you get like those cute little bookstore cafes. It started as that. It kind of evolved beyond a bit that, and it's just kind of like a building with a greenhouse on the side. It changed a lot since my original plan for it, and I might revisit it one day and make it a bit more true to that original design. But I'm happy with what I've got, just because I did kind of take it in a bit of a different direction. Quick side note that I just remembered suddenly while editing this video. I back in 2022, I went to the UK, and I wanted to play Minecraft while I was there. I wasn't going to bring my computer, so I had a Switch, and being the normal person I am, I didn't use the Switch to play Minecraft. I don't like either Switch version of Minecraft, so I brought the 3DS version. And I remembered, actually, I was thinking about this build all the way back then, and this was kind of like the prototype I made for it. And like the way I envisioned it was like, hey, I'm trying to use the little thing here to navigate. This was going to be like, this was like the prototype, and this was going to be like the main book area, and then this was going to be the bit where the golden carrots are, and you can kind of see that in the final design, which you'll see once it's actually built. But yeah, no, just cool bit of trivia. I suddenly remembered. I haven't played on this world in like 2 years, but you know, it's just a cool little fun fact. So yeah, we're going to be selling both books and also golden carrots because there's no food source being sold on the server. I've got the resources here, and we are going to look at that. The gas just fades in and out of existence. There's also a lot of skeleton horses around here, but like no skeletons riding them. So I don't know if someone's come along and killed them or what. But yeah, we've got these guys. But yeah, let us get on to actually building the thing, and I'll walk you through the design when it's done. Alright, so I'm going to show you my absolute favorite view of the shop, and that's when you kind of come out of the monolith. You kind of come out here and you just look off to the left, and there it is. I don't know, I just like the way it's like in the peripherals as you come out. So here is what became of that 3DS monstrosity. I don't know if I went too detail crazy with this. I very much went very full on detailing. Like we've got like shadows. I did like nether brick shadows for like where the, like say the sun's up here. I cast like shadows down where the shadows would be on this side too. I thought that was a cool touch. I haven't really tried to do that before with like the angled lighting. Okay. Well, I've done like shading before, but I haven't really done it at an angle like that and like done it to this extent. Also, like the nether bricks themselves, it's a kind of weird block, but I feel like it works with the color palette a little bit. Like I wouldn't go too crazy with them, but it kind of complements, or not complements, it kind of goes with the mangrove a little bit because it's just kind of like a darker shade of that kind of reddy purple kind of. Like you can see the correlation there. Let's just start with this itself. So we've got a lot of details. We've got like a hole in the roof with like some copper rods, kind of like structural supports that have become exposed because it's kind of like I kind of imagine this is like a little kind of old rundown little cabin, not a cabin, but like a little woodland in the middle of the woods type thing, kind of being exposed to the elements a bit. That's why we've got like the big moss patch growing. We've got the chimney. We have also got like a little, I think I kind of saw this as like a little radio antenna, kind of. I don't know if that comes across, but like that's kind of the idea. I don't know why this needs a radio antenna. I just thought it'd be an extra detail that could look cool. Then we've got all the sports. We've got the hanging roots hanging from everything. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. We come around the side. We've got some. Okay, who's been trampling my carrots? I need to get my hoe out. Speaking of which, this is probably perfect time. I finally got around to naming all my tools for this season, and this season's theme is Ninjago, because if in case you don't know, every season I do my tools themed around that's okay. I'm so instinctually used to grabbing rockets that I didn't even think about the hoe that I need. But yeah, each season I always name all my tools after a franchise I like. First season was Kirby, second season was Doctor Who. So third season it can be Ninjago. Why not? So yeah, that's we got the tools. You can pause and look at them and see all the references if you want, but I'm not going to linger on them too long. Um, but yeah, then we go inside. So I haven't actually done anything up here because I don't know what I want to do with it. I want to do something with it, but I don't want to put another shop in here because I've already got 2 shops in one in this, and I don't want to make it a third because I don't like putting too many shops in the one building. I haven't stocked all the books, but I have a few. And also, when we get back to the base, I'll show you the villager work I've been doing to get all the other books. I don't have the books yet, but I've got all the trades set up. So we've got like a decent amount set up, and you just come in, you take the book off the shelf you want. So when I'm breaking 3, then you put the diamonds in here. That's explained on the sign there. But yeah, this I really like this interior. I don't know, I just think it's cute. We've got like the firefly bushes in the middle. We've got like a little, almost like a little bar area, which I love using the copper golems as like table, because then you got this coming out, and I've got that here too. Like imagine like taps at the bar. I don't know, that works. And then we've got lecterns to get this. It's just I like detailing like shelves and stuff. I don't know why. Like the bars is fun to do that with. So we have a highly like I just like playing with shape like that. But anyway, we come in here and we've got this big massive golden carrot hanging from the ceiling. And I kind of imagine like this is like the carrot patch in the middle, and this is like dropping golden essence onto the carrots, and like that's where the golden carrots are coming from. And then we've got them in here, golden carrots, 2 diamonds for 64. I think that's a reasonable price. I'm considering maybe 3 just because they are a pain to get because I don't have a steady source of emeralds. Same with the books, but like the books, people aren't going to be buying nearly as much, so I feel 2 diamonds is a fair price, but I'm kind of tempted to put up the price unless I build like a raid farm or something, which like I don't like building raid farms. Also, I think were they patched? I have a feeling they were patched. I could be wrong, but I don't know. So yeah, that's the actual building itself, and we got like the little greenhouse thing off the section, and you can kind of see it in the design of ye old 3DS monstrosity. We've got like the big main building on the left, and then going like that kind of curve. Because like when I was building that, I was always kind of imagining I'd put in the cobblestone, but then I'd replace it with the glass later on once I had like better tools. But I'm kind of really tempted to go back to playing on that world. I love the 3DS version of Minecraft. But yeah, no, like it's just this, and we haven't discussed the trees yet either. These are some really cool trees. I really like the design. I haven't really done any trees like this. I don't know. I think from memory, okay, I'll let you know a secret. I designed this and these trees months ago. I designed these probably towards the end of season 2. Um, because I get to a point in a season where I've designed everything I actually plan on building, so I move on to designing the stuff for the next season. And this was one of the first things I actually designed on my season 3 test world, and it has just been sitting there for months because I've been waiting for the right opportunity to build it. And this week it presented itself. I was originally planning on this being next episode, but I guess we're switching the episodes around. Also, I've actually put somewhat effort into the back, not a crazy amount, but like a little bit. Are you proud of me? I detailed the back slightly. I mean, it's not much, but it's more than I usually do. So shut up. I'm proud of this. There's our little bookstore and cafe, kind of like I'm just going to call it the bookstore cafe. I think that's a good name for it. But I'm going to head back to base now to show you what I have been doing there. I have actually sorted the villages and gotten all the trades we need. Now, we've still got some of the villages up in here. But I'm just going to keep most of them down here. Well, that's because there's no actual room in here unless I like move Mendingai here and then extend it backwards. But I don't really want to do that just because I'm kind of done with Waddle Dee Town now. I don't want to do too much more, and that feels like it will be like a decent sized project, designing the interior for it and everything. So I'm not going to do that. But we've got everything set up down here, and I might just put like a ladder, probably this end, and just comes down in here. But yeah, we've got all the trades we need. It's not every single possible villager trade, mainly because there is a few that I don't really see anyone using them. Like the only time I ever see enchantments like Frostwalker, for example, used if it's like a very specific purpose in like a mini game or something, which if someone does need that, they can just message me and I'll sort it out. But it's like it's not really going to be relevant unless it's in that specific circumstance. So I've kind of gone with just more common ones, like all the bow enchantments, all the sword ones, all the armor ones. And yeah, so this is the setup, and then we've got all the farmers here for getting carrots. I'm probably gonna get more. I'm running low on emeralds. I need to get more emeralds somehow. I'm probably just gonna farm a whole bunch of sticks again, like I usually do. And these two escaped, and I don't know how, but they're just running around down here. But yeah, that's just what little bits I've been doing with the villagers back here. But yeah, that is going to do it for today's episode. It's been very shopping district heavy in an episode that I originally designated for Megabase, but like I said, Aleksa is being Aleksa. So hopefully next episode we can get started, but I can't promise anything because I'm trying to get these on a weekly basis. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do another video that isn't BiCo related to tide people over. I don't know. Aleksa, please just fix it. But yeah, no, that is going to be it. Thank you for watching. This build has been in my Lightmatica files for so long, and I mean so long. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe to all that fun stuff, and I'll see you in the next one if you choose to watch it.